It's your boy, Jeff Jones.
It's the upset specialist, Thomas Boykin.
And this is 234 Sports Talk. Let's talk about it. Let's talk
Let's get
about it.
at it. Let's get at it.
What up to our boy, Mike Jones, who ain't with us tonight? All right, B. Western Conference Finals. Last night, Denver finally closed it out. 113-111 over the Los Angeles, might I add, Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron came at it. He 40-pieced them, but it wasn't enough. And once again, Jokic, another triple-double. As you looked at this one, B, tell me what's your take on this?
Number one, kudos to the Denver Nuggets for winning the series and for going to the NBA Finals for the first time. For their first actual sweep of a series, that's doing it big when you do it. So kudos to them. Now to my Los Angeles Lakers. They gave a valiant effort from where they started 13th in the Western Conference to making the Western Conference Finals. Kudos to them for a great season. I thought at times effort was lacking, but they still were gamers. Last night, LeBron came out like a gangbuster. To me, he should have been playing the whole series like he was a gangbuster, but that's me. But in the end, Denver made key plays to win this game. So the Lakers are done, and the future still looks bright for my Lakers. So kudos to them. We'll be back next year to see what we do next year.
As I looked at that when LeBron came out smoking, and I was really impressed at the effort that LeBron gave. My hat is off to him for giving it. He gave it all he had. He really did. He left everything on the floor. That first half, he really came at him, was attacking the paint, and he was really doing his thing. But if we talking about a 38-year-old, and then you look at the second half, he just kind of faded away there. And, that's the time that you need your supporting cast to step up. What do you think about his supporting cast not helping really? AD had 21. What do you think about that?
The way I see it, after the first quarter, AD should have took over pulling the rope. His 21 points wasn't real significant. It didn't have the impact of a 21-point game as it should. Considering the whole game, he only made 6 shots. So, I mean, come on. This is AD you talking about. This is AD who's supposed to be one of the most dominant centers in today's game, held to 21 points, 14 or 15 rebounds, 3 blocks. And the play down the stretch that gave Denver the lead, where he absolutely manhandled AD driving to the basket. He absolutely manhandled it, just moved AD out the way going to the basket. You can't, as a defender, you can't allow that. You can't allow that. Especially when you know what's at stake and the game is tied. You can't let him get that easy of a shot. It's just no way. So I think there was a lot of work that AD left on the floor that he shouldn't have.
Well, we want to make sure, and I've seen a lot of people doing this. We want to make sure we give the Denver Nuggets their props. A lot of a lot of people fail to realize is the Denver Nuggets was the #1 team out west.
Absolutely.
The number
Pretty
one
much
team.
almost wire to wire.
Exactly. And this, when you look at this team, I think that this team really doesn't get is due, what's due to them. I don't think that people give them the credit. This team is, man, when you look at it, we're talking Aaron Gordon, man, and I'm talking about these guys, Michael Porter, Jr. Then you look at Jokic, man, of course. Jokic, man, just pretty much in this series was a walking triple double. You look at Murray, what he was giving to him. I mean, Murray, man. Then you look at Caldwell Pope. Man, these guys were coming with it, man. Brown, everybody was coming with it. This team is a dangerous team. And if you look at this team, I think that this team is built for a championship.
Oh, it is. Beyond question. It's built for the long haul. It's built for the long haul. So I think if they keep that nucleus intact and everybody healthy, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with from here on out. Because they're still young cats.
And the way it's looking tonight, we know that Miami and Boston will play, and hopefully in Miami wants to try to close this out, and they got Boston reeling right now. And when we look at this, the Denver and maybe the Miami, more than likely the Miami matchup, I think to me, I think that Denver is going to be a problem for Miami.
I think Miami's going. It's going to be a tougher series than what everybody thinks. Because number one, to beat Miami, you got to outwork and outstrap Miami. And if you don't bring your hard hat every possession, Miami will get you. So, yeah, you can. The Denver Nuggets have a nice squad, but don't get it twisted. Miami's not going to be an easy out. They're just not. They're just not going to be an easy out. Right now, they're playing motivated basketball, and for mine, what's going to get them over is they've been battle tested. Former NBA champions and NBA champion runner-ups. If you look at what Miami's gone through, if you look at what the Heat's gone through, they've gone through a former champ, a former NBA Finals runner-up to get to this point. They're not going to be an easy out.
I agree with you on that. Do you think that, looking at this possible matchup between Denver and Miami, do you think that the size of the Denver Nuggets is going to be a problem for Miami?
Jokic is going to be a problem for Miami, period. Because, don't get me wrong, Adebayo's good, but he don't have an answer for Jokic. I don't think anybody in the league has an answer for Jokic, really. Because that dude just sees things. He's like they were saying earlier, he's just a bigger Magic Johnson. Because he sees stuff before it happens and he makes his passes according to what he sees. So it's like there's nothing you can do to stop him. What Miami can contend with is Murray. They got to make Murray take tough shots. If you don't make Murray take tough shots, you're going to have a problem. Yeah, Jimmy will probably get his, but that's going to probably be about it. So he's got to get everybody involved. Now, I don't know. I'd have to look at the reports, but I know from previous statements, they were saying Hero might be back for this series, for the championship series, if they get it.
Well, I think that
Hero broke his hand in the New York series. So if they get Hero back, it's still going to be a problem.
Oh, it was Milwaukee.
Was it Milwaukee
Yeah,
earlier?
in the Milwaukee series. Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yeah,
there's a possibility they may get Hero back for this series.
well, they're gonna need all hands on deck. I think it's gonna
Oh,
be I
absolutely.
think it's gonna be a good series. I really do. I think that I think they're gonna match up pretty good. But I think if I had to look at this, the way that Denver is looking right now, man, Denver is just a well-oiled machine. Man, they swing that ball around to the open shooters, and they play team ball, and that's and Miami plays team ball too. I say it's going to be a good series, but Denver,
It really
Denver,
is.
man, I'm just telling you, man, these guys are something else. And the Joker, man, this guy is, I'm telling you, this guy, and a lot of people say he should have won the MVP, and he plays like it. So we'll
Well,
see what happens. We'll see what happens, but we want to say congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. A job well done, sweeping the Los Angeles Lakers and sending them home. Well, another series we want to turn to is the Miami and Boston series. Well, we'll see what happens tonight. If Miami can sweep them, and I think the broom is ready, or if Boston has one in them. When
for
you
the
look at the last game, what do you think about that game? Now, a lot of people are saying that, even Magic Johnson, the great Magic Johnson said, he's never seen a Boston team quit in all his years of being around basketball. Do you feel like they quit? Me, myself, I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I feel like Miami took their heart. That's what I feel. That's the way I feel about it. I think Miami took Boston's heart. They flat out took their heart and they desire to play the game. And they looked like they was just ready to get on a plane and go somewhere.
That's
So
fact.
when you looked at that game, the last game, how did you feel about that game? Do you feel like they gave up? Do you feel like they quit?
I feel like Boston is not playing like Boston that won the East last year. Boston is not playing nowhere close. Because if you go back and look at how Boston got to the NBA Finals last year, they were playing how the Miami Heat is playing right now. It wasn't based on Tatum and Brown. It was based on find the open man, take the open shot. It wasn't, well, we got to lean on Tatum or we got to lean on Brown or we got to make sure so-and-so touches the ball. Everybody touched the ball. Everybody got a look. Everybody swung the ball around to find an open shot. Miami is just suffocating them because they're leaning on Tatum and Brown. And rightfully so, Tatum and Brown are legitimate scoring threats. But that last game, Tatum and Brown was a no-show. Miami made them take tough shots. They didn't make a lot of shots. And consequently, Miami blew them out badly.
From the
So I think Boston's done. I don't think they have anything left in the tank.
from the 3-point line, speaking of bad shots, they 42 attempts and only made 11.
You're not going to win like that.
And you got to give credit where credit is due. Miami, and you said Miami's been forcing them to take tough shots. But when we look at their stars, Tatum and Brown, do you feel like these two can rebound on tonight and maybe win this one?
I can see them rebounding tonight to make this a basketball game for pride's sake, but I still think Miami closes the show tonight. I think Miami's worked too hard to put themselves in this situation where they won 2 games on the road, won the first one at home. I think they closed. I think they closed the door at home and say, "Nope, we're not giving you hope. We're not giving you a chance." We're going to be done with you. We're going to move to the NBA Finals and play the Denver Nuggets. That's just matter of fact. Like I said, I don't think Boston has any fight left in them.
Coach Mazzulla, after that whooping that they took, Coach Mazzulla at the press conference, he said that it was on him. He didn't have his team ready. You think that the blame should be placed solely on the coach?
No. The only job the coach has in the NBA is to draw up a game plan. The players still have to go out and execute the game plan. Make shots, play the correct defense, force turnovers, make Miami take tough shots. Haven't done that to this point. That's not coaching, that's effort on a player's part. All they can do is try to motivate you to play, draw up the game plan, and hopefully you execute the game plan. Unfortunately for them, they're not executing the game plan and they're not making shots. And when you're not making shots, you can't win ball games.
It's that simple. Well, down 0-3, and no team has ever come back from an 0-3 deficit. We'll see what happens on tonight.
Door closes tonight. Miami shuts the door on them tonight.
Now, speaking of returning to the Lakers, LeBron, there was hints during the press conference after the game that he may retire. He even hinted towards it. Do you think that LeBron is going to retire, or you think LeBron will return?
I think LeBron is stretching this out like he did with, I got a decision to make. I got long-time decisions to make, like he did when he moved to Miami. That dude is going to wait till the last possible second, possibly, but I don't think LeBron's going to hang it up just yet. I think his ultimate goal, like he's been saying, his ultimate goal is to play with his son. So I think he sticks around for another 2, maybe 3 years, just to get a chance to play with his son. And also possibly to put the Lakers in position to make another championship run.
As you look at this Laker team, what do you think that they can work on during the off season and get better at?
For mine, they need more. They need another scorer in the starting lineup. They lean too much heavily on AD and LeBron. I think Austin Reeves will be a viable scoring threat if they let him perform to that ability. He can do that. Rumor control has it, they're talking about bringing people in, but I would ride Austin Reeves till the wheels fall off because they're going to offer him money with his performance that he just showed you in the playoffs. They're going to offer Austin Reeves some money. So I think there's going to be a little tweak here and there with their lineup, but I think they'll be ready next season to make another run at it.
Yes, but it gets tougher. I agree with you. I think they should just tweak this team just a little bit, keep everybody that they can keep, and forget all the rumors because you know what we're hearing about a Kyrie sighting maybe, and I think that would be the death of their team if they did something like that because that would disturb the chemistry that they have.
It wouldn't disturb the chemistry between him and LeBron, but it would disturb the chemistry between the rest of the Lakers. Because Kyrie would have to understand, you're not the man here in LA. You're a side piece. You're a role player. The goal is to get it through LeBron or AD. And why do we need 3 point guards? Because I still don't think they'll deal Schrader. And I don't think you're going to sit Austin Reeves. I just don't. Especially after this run he just did. I just don't think you sit Austin Reeves.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens tonight. And we'll see if we're about to get this Denver, well, win. We'll see when this Denver and Miami finals actually play out. And we'll see how it'll play out. But before we go, did you actually get a chance to see the fight, B? The Haney fight?
I didn't deep it, but I heard a whole lot of controversy with that fight. I heard a whole. They said Lomachenko really performed that fight. I still got yet to watch it.
I saw those combinations, and I was shocked at the judges. I'm not a judge, but I think some of them judges need to go get their eyes checked. All right, B, it's been a good one, been a real one.
Yes, sir.
234 Sports Talk. You can catch us right here on YouTube. You can catch us on Twitter. You can catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on Instagram. You can catch us on every social media, pretty much every major social media site. And we want you to comment. We want to interact with you. Leave a comment. And remember, it don't cost you nothing to push that button. Subscribe, like. We want to hear from you. Peace to our boy Mike Jones. Till the next time.
MJ.
We out of here.